Look at that, boys. Look at that.
Sick
Wow.
intro.
Holy
Guys,
shit.
first of all, we just got to
Yeah.
take a moment there. What did you guys think about that intro? We just played. Let's play it again. It just
Yeah,
it's
do
so
it. Let's
good.
do it.
Here we go. Here we go, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
So proud of that intro. So we gotta
Introgasm.
we gotta acknowledge our friend Al Coffrey
Yeah.
for creating the song for that intro. He's
Yeah.
actually a music producer. I don't want to. I was gonna give out his Instagram, but I don't know if he wants us to share his public persona. So maybe next time. But thank you, Al, for creating that beautiful intro. Rob, of
Mm.
course, did the graphics. Dude, our boy Rob D Toys. Now we're gonna play it one more time, guys, and this
Yeah.
is great. And you guys,
I'm gonna look,
go ahead, Brad.
I'm gonna look at the graphics different now that I know Rob did them. I remember
Rob
that's
did the
right. You talked
graphics.
about doing them, but I didn't remember, so I didn't know you did them. So now I'm gonna look at them extra close because they're fantastic. I can't believe that.
Fantastic, dude. And everyone in the chat, try to detect what themes this theme is using.
Yeah.
There's three.
There's
I'll give
three.
you that.
Last time.
Oh, that's sick.
Frame by frame, Josh said.
Sick.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be that narcissistic and talk about Rob's beautiful theme, but yeah, that's just. I think the show's gonna go downhill from that. Honestly, like I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Like
gonna wrap
astronauts
it up
who
at this
walk on the
point.
moon, right? What do they do after that?
Seriously. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the DC Infinite Hour. Apologies for the delay. I've been a little sick. I've had a baby, all that usual stuff, but
You
glad
look
to be
pregnant.
back. Thanks, dude. Thank you, buddy. You know, let me adjust the camera. As always, I have that. Look at Brad, the DC Universe geek. Look at that face, guys. That's
Oh,
the
goodness.
face of DC right there. That one right there, exactly. Sporting a lovely hat. And,
Brad, you know
some
who you
lovely
look
mud
like?
chops.
Is
Who?
the older brother from not that naughty and nice the elves for the Disney what's that called? I had it on my head. You know what
You're
I'm
losing
talking
us,
about.
bro. You're losing the audience.
Now I gotta look it up.
Is it that guy from Talladega Nights? That's what everyone's gonna look
No,
like.
Naughty and Nice
Weird.
was the sequel. What's the? It's
Santa
the two
Claus?
elves, Larry and somebody. Prep and Landing. Thank you, Jacob.
Dude, that's our audience right there. You know what I mean?
Well, I gotta see. Do I look like Prep or Lanning?
No, you look like his older brother. Dude, I'm gonna watch it this year, but I forget. He looks like the older brother.
Well, I'm sorry. I gotta look that up while you're talking. Prep.
Also, Rob D Toys, or as he's known as
Tony, you got it.
Handsome Rob.
Tony said, "I heard a little Justice League Unlimited in there."
Oh, there you go. Good ear, Tony.
Yeah.
Good ear.
So, do we want to say what it is, or
Go for it, Rob? Please.
I mean, okay. So, I think what Al was trying to accomplish, he did change it enough that we're not going to get copyright strikes, so that's cool. But it starts out obviously with Superman, then leads into Batman '89, and then finishes with Justice League Unlimited. And that's the way you do a DC intro song.
I always finish with Justice League Unlimited. I'm going with that. Disgusting. Anyways, guys, hello to the chat. We see Josh from before. Josh, congratulations on the 14,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bud.
On YouTube.
Astronomical rise. Yeah.
This kid, man. This kid, Josh, is going places. You know?
And you're right. I do look at the guy from the movie. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, share your screen, Brad. Let's take a look at this guy.
It's like looking into a freaking
Lenny is his name, I think.
Hold on, I gotta click on it to make it bigger. Oh no, it's a video. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on. I just want to open the image. Open link. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to save the image as, and I'm gonna open the image, and then you can actually like see it. Copy image. I don't know where it saved it. Is that it there? Well, I don't know because okay, to be fair, I haven't been down here at my computer in like a long really doing things in a long time.
But hey, you're there now. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, open image in a new tab. Ta-da! See.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Here we go. Okay. It's just gotta present. Yes. Share screen. Yes. Max Rise default. There we go. Look at that.
Oh wow. I mean, yeah, with the hair, obviously, you know.
The ears.
Yeah, I think that's when he came out of. He was a coal elf, so like after he gets all cleaned up, I think he has red hair.
Yeah,
so he's got the red chops.
Yeah, I did see other pictures, but like that was like the biggest.
Yeah,
like just his face. All the rest he's with his dopey looking brothers. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie now.
The first one's really good. The second one's pretty funny. That's from the second one.
Am I still sharing?
No.
Okay. So as soon as I close that image, it just stopped sharing it. Okay. I'm still learning. I'm a kindergartner when it comes to this.
No.
I only use it with you guys, so
no. Don't even sweat it. Well, boys, we have a good show tonight. I mean, the actor strike is over, so we actually have some DC movie news, which is nice. We have a lot of McFarland news to catch up on. Some fun new stuff that just came out today. We're going to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
What about John's covers?
Oh
yeah.
Let me put that.
I couldn't find those, by the way. I really wanted those. Could not find them. I wanted to be like, oh, I know who took those pictures, and he's fantastic.
That is a topic. You know what? Let's go into that first. Let's go into John's covers. Let me give me 1 sec. Let me bring them up. So, Brad, sorry, Rob, go ahead and give some backstory into this topic.
Yeah.
John, Aesthetic One. He was, I guess he still is, McFarland's photographer, and he did covers for, like special covers for trade shows and stuff like that. But then DC contacted them, I guess, and he went full on DC covers, man, like for the general public. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude's work is phenomenal.
So here they are. Here are John's covers. So
there's two of them, and then I think Robin comes out this week, or it came out today.
Yeah, I saw that cover online.
Yeah. These are actual covers you guys can buy at comic book stores. The
variant covers,
The variant covers, but the action figure photography movement has reached the mainstream, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal.
As it should do. It's a true real art form. It's like you have a subject model, which is your figure or figures, right? Then you still have to contend with lighting, and you've got your rule of thirds and your golden ratio and your color correcting. It's literally the same as taking a picture of anything else. It's just not a living person. Technically, you have to give the subjects life yourself. So I mean, I think it's fantastic. I'd like to see way more of these action figure variant covers because
I hope they get a good response on those because I think they're phenomenal.
Now, do you guys know if there's a minimum purchase order? Like, because I know a lot of comic shops, they have to have a minimum purchase order of that said issue to then get the variant covers. So my shop doesn't get a lot of variant covers unless I specifically order them, and some you can't even order unless they order enough copies.
I don't think so, Brad, because the store I was at seemed like an equal ratio of the action figure covers and the other covers.
So do you have those two covers?
I have the Bane one. I didn't see the Superman one.
Oh,
but
I'm sure we could probably get them online. I mean, you might.
Yeah, then I got to pay scalpers that are like, you want this cover? You can pay $65.
Yeah, I could definitely see.
I would hope not.
Remember Bat Dong? I tried to get Bat Dong. Well, like, the first issue that had the Bat Dong because it was like, that's kind of interesting, and someday I'll be able to say to my grandkids, look, this is Batman's dick or whatever. It'd be funny, right? And it was like they were like 65 to 100 to $300. They just kept climbing. So
we will definitely keep an eye out for you though, Brad. We will.
Your saints.
And guys, please support your local comic book stores. Walk in, purchase these if you can. Support
the floppies.
Yeah. So there you go. Very proud of John. There, and here's a picture of John. Give a little face.
If you're not following and just follow him, you're missing a lot of fantastic photography.
Yeah.
You know, dude, no, he is like in the same way that Rob can take that figure and have a basic background that there's not a lot going on. It's very subtle, but that makes the figure stand out really well. And he's just so chef's kiss at it. He is just as good as that when you take the idea of dioramas and sets and stuff like that. He's amazing.
I know not only does he take phenomenal photos, but he actually creates all the backgrounds for the photos too. So he created the bat cave. Sorry, I'm not speaking.
I'm sorry. I was giving
the Batmobile one, right?
I was giving Tim Dunbar a spotlight for a sec. Rob's brother. Always gotta shout him out when he.
But he did the Themyscira background that you're seeing here too.
Wow. So he molds it like out of the styrofoam and then paints it. That's crazy because like I've seen a lot of people do backdrops and stuff, and they're very good when they mold them. Like I haven't even started, so everyone's better than me. But like this looks really good. Like it looks like it's actual hard rocky substance of some kind.
It's amazing what people do.
Yeah.
Talented.
Beyond what my talents are currently, way beyond them.
Hey Brad, I know you could catch up pretty quick though. You know? You really could.
Yeah, it takes, what is it, 1,000 hours, they say? And then you're a professional at something. You're like an expert.
Hold up, nobody's going to comment about Brad buying up copies of the Dong issue. We were trying to just skirt past that.
No,
Josh,
I wanted to buy the Dong issue. I couldn't find any. The scalpers were asking way too much for Batman's, so I couldn't get one.
Are you
Believe
okay?
me, I wanted one. Not that I wanted
I'm okay.
one.
I'm sorry. I'm still getting over this congestion. So when I laugh, it starts to get a little,
congestion from Batman.
A little congestion, yeah. No, but that was funny though. All right, so there's John's covers. So support your local comic book store and John and all that.
Oh, and if we buy more, that'll tell them we like them too.
There you go.
Because they keep track of all the ratios of sales. So if the action figure ones do well, they will do more for sure.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Brad, what were you drinking just now? That looks like a nice can. What was that?
Well, it's my favorite, probably out of all the beers. It's Hop House,
Hop
13,
House,
like Guinness.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
It's my favorite beer on the entire planet.
Yeah.
You're looking at it. Yep. Love it.
I gotta find that in Cali. I haven't seen it. I have never seen that before. I've been looking.
So good. Keep telling you, man. Guinness has been making beers for friggin' ever. So, whatever they put their fingers to, it's like spinning it into gold. Except for it's beer.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Let's segue into before we get to the toys. Let's talk about a little DC movie news. It's been a minute. Let me go share my screen. So 2 bits of info came out today. One bit came out like the last hour. We'll start with the one that was. Let's do. There we go. Okay, so Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow, finds its writer.
Yep.
In Anna Nogueira. How do you guys think that's pronounced?
Nogueira or Nogueira?
Yeah, that's good.
We could always just ask. I'm not going to do it because hey Google.
There he goes.
How do you pronounce the word Nogueira? It's a name.
Here's what I found.
Oh, it's not going to tell me. Sorry.
So I was doing
off for no reason.
I was doing a wedding one Saturday, and the bride's name was Alexa.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Her name was Alexa?
Yeah.
I like that name.
I'm sure it was fine like 20 years ago or so. But
are you like Alexa, the stripper's name? Like I don't.
No, the Amazon Alexa, Brad. You're a Google man.
Oh,
Amazon's. I'm sorry. I'm saying Alexa now. I'm probably screwing up. Yeah, I use Alexa all day long. This is my daughter.
Yeah.
So that is hilarious. Poor woman.
Great. I didn't know what you're getting at, and it's like, great. Does that say that about me? Like,
no.
I went with the crassest thing I could think of. What do you guys think about her? I don't know I really don't know what she has or hasn't done.
So she apparently wrote the first draft of Supergirl that was going to be based on the Flash continuity. So they liked what she did apparently and brought her in to rewrite it or to write a brand new script based on the Woman of Tomorrow, which I actually just picked up on Amazon
It's really
today.
good. Have you read it yet?
No, I just got it today.
You are in
Yeah.
for a real treat. It is a
Really?
fantastic. Yes. Fantastic artwork, fantastic narrative, and a lot of the story is actually told from the perspective of her traveling partner. She's the
Okay.
narrator. It's fantastic.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna love it.
Excuse me.
But I'm
So,
also gonna. I've saved that, so I'm gonna go to my saved, and I want to find out because I remember seeing something else that she did.
yeah, that's
I
true.
believe,
She-
yes,
she's-
the Blue Beetle will be available Friday.
let's see.
What the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it
Oh,
was
she did a
already
stint on
cool.
Vampire Diaries. She has acting credits. She did
Here we
Mother's
go.
Lock Up Your Daughters. Okay, it's an interesting background.
Mother's lock up your daughters.
All right. Okay, so how do you guys feel about the Supergirl movie in general? Like, what's
Yeah.
what's your emotional response to them making a Supergirl movie?
Well, as a fan of the House of L, long time Supergirl reader and Supergirl fan, I think it's finally time and it's fitting. The last movie she had was off the heels of Christopher Reeve, and the movie didn't really do that well. I love it. I still love it, and I think that Helen Slater was fantastic in the role, but it didn't do very well, so it never went any further. And to think that she started off as like, well, how do we get girls reading Superman comic books? We need someone that girls could relate to in the same way that, Robin and Superboy were created so that little boys could relate to those characters so they could see themselves in them. That's why Supergirl and Batgirl and those characters were created. And she's progressed from like that to where she is now. And she's a fantastic character. They've developed her character so well that I think it's about time we see a movie that really shows the general public the value of Kara Zor-El. And this is a fantastic story to adapt. I know the CW did Supergirl and it was a fantastic show in its own right, but there were certainly aspects that were different than in the comic books, that like things that she wouldn't have to deal with because she was older. She was like 26, I believe, in the show or something like that.
I always thought Jimmy Olsen was way too handsome in that show. He was. I like my Jimmy Olsen a little nerdy and
he's dopey.
Younger.
Yeah,
he should have been dopey, and they should have kept the bow tie and just had him dopey.
Yeah, you gotta have a dopey.
Dorky.
Rob, what's your favorite Supergirl comic book storyline? Do you have one?
Ooh, that's a big one. Think carefully, Rob. There's so many good ones.
I don't know. I kind of have to go back to Michael Turner's artwork and story. Just, I don't know. There's just something
the
about
reintroduction.
The apocalypse story. I was always a fan too. I know it's not traditional, but I do like the 90s version, even though it wasn't like Kara.
Which one? Did you like?
The Matrix.
Matrix, or did you like the one that was after? Because there was Kara Danvers that had the white.
No, I liked the Matrix for the 90s. Yeah.
I think that the Matrix Supergirl is the apex look for Supergirl. I think that that's probably the best look for her. But I feel like I liked the writing and how she was treated when she was Kara Danvers, but it wasn't my favorite suit.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's because I always knew she was Matrix. And I was like, okay, well, I get it. She's like a fill-in. It's how you have a Supergirl, but keep Superman as the last son of Krypton and that kind of deal, right? Because they were really trying to build out the Superman family again, but have him being an individual. That's why you had the clone, which was Superboy, and that's why you had the Matrix Supergirl. So, it was good story writing, though. She had a very gentle character, which was nice back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Rob, but the Mike Turner version and the Jeff Lowe version, definitely, like, other than Matrix, I never read the Carol Danvers version. Brad, is it worth picking up? Is it worth a read?
Some of it is really good. Like some of it's pretty good, and some of it was kind of dry.
Yeah.
It just depends on where you are in the arc, I think. But that's like it is with any title, right? You get some people that have some good stories, and then all of a sudden the story arc just kind of stinks and it falls flat.
But that's Peter David, right? He did that version.
I don't remember. I remember I've got the first chunk of issues because my wife liked reading them, so I bought a chunk of those, like retroactively for her.
All
Like
right,
back
I will
issues.
give it a spin.
Yeah, but Michael, you're right. Michael Turner, I think the Michael Turner version of Supergirl was the first time that she was. I think it's the beginning of the new age of Supergirl. Like we saw Supergirl that had like real issues, and she
They
was
definitely
actually like,
breathed new life into her.
yeah, she was like a teenager.
Yeah,
She behaved like a teenager, right? Like really like a teenager. And so, yeah, I definitely agree. But I'm actually enjoying modern Kara the best. Like I would say the last since Rebirth, really enjoying her.
All right.
Which I know is just an extension of New 52, but they've really got her character fleshed out now, like really where they want to go and what they want to do.
yeah.
Well, we are excited to see what happens to Supergirl. Hopefully, it's gonna be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with the casting. I'm pretty sure the Flash actress is not gonna be the Supergirl. It doesn't seem like
they've
her,
learned
right?
their lesson. And
I liked her. I liked her a lot.
No, she was good as an alternative Supergirl, but come on. They've learned their lesson, right? Just stop pandering and make the characters casting look like and be like who they are, right? They're learning. They're actually going, oh, that doesn't work. People don't like that, right? The people we're pandering to aren't watching the movie. Let's just make.
I mean, Brad, I gotta disagree with you on this one. I do love the actress they had for that, but
I think she was great.
From, you know?
Yeah, great. Yeah, a great alternate version, but yeah, I didn't. If she was the regular Supergirl, I probably wouldn't have watched it. After that, I would have been like, no, I'm done. I've just grown really tired of all the pandering and all the changing when it doesn't need to be done.
There's a lot of that happening. It's
ton of it fails every time, falls flat. Very rarely does it work.
Happy birthday!
Oh, hey,
happy
birthday!
50.
Look at that.
You don't look a day past 35.
You look great, buddy. You look great. All right, moving on to the next bit of DC movie news. So this was just announced in the last 5 hours.
I didn't know.
One of the villains is someone I've never heard of before, the Engineer. That's who is. I thought there was a picture of her in this, but maybe not. Let me find a picture.
I barely remember.
Hold on a sec. It's the Engineer. I think she's from the Authority or something.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank for some reason.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
I want to have a peek.
Oh, here's a better. So this is the actress playing her. Maria Gabriela DeFar. Very nice name.
Is your screen sharing frozen? I'm still
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, guys. Let me get back to share screen.
Oh.
Window.
Well, that's a character I honestly don't know a ton. Actually, no. I don't know who the hell that is. She's originally from Wildstorm?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I don't know much about her. I never really fell into the Wildstorm universe.
You know who she kind of looks like? Is Linda, not Linda Carter. Linda from Terminator. What's her name?
Oh, yeah. Linda Hamilton?
Yeah.
I see who's the girl? Who's the she's been in a lot of stuff, but she was in Clerks 2. Never go ass to mouth. That was one of the things that she was arguing with. She was talking about with the guy. What's her name? Anyway, yeah. I don't have an opinion because I don't really know the character.
Yeah. I mean, I do. So this is the comic book version of the character.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's like, I don't know if she's the villain. She's a villain in the movie.
Yeah. I would say she's probably not the villain. Dollars to donuts. Just looking.
So yeah, I mean, I guess this is your way. She was introduced in the Authority #1. Okay.
So she's a villain though, because she was in Stormwatch, right? Like with Apollo and Midnighter.
I don't know. Yeah, it says.
Yeah. Well, I thought that James Gunn said he didn't like to call her a villain.
Interesting.
Maybe she's anti-hero or somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Either way, she's definitely not the big bad. There's no way in the heck they'll do that. She's not.
This is definitely shaping up to be an interesting movie.
A big cast. Large cast.
Big cast.
Like, are they trying to put too much in the first movie?
I don't know. They could be doing that, but they could be doing is just trying to have the world populated, like saying Superman exists in a world with other characters, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's a lot. I mean, I can't think of any other like first superhero movie
No.
that has this many other super people in it. Although Spider-Man was introduced in Civil War. But yeah, I mean, I guess if they're taking oh, look at that right there. What's this all about, guys? Look at that. There he goes. But yeah, I mean, hey, listen, we got to see where James Gunn goes with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say I am very excited about what I've heard so far, just because it's so unexpected.
I was really excited by the font that he used to announce the date a few weeks ago, that it was still happening. Yeah, classic. Like even that's like, okay, if you're going for like a classic vibe like that, that will be great.
Yeah.
You know?
But then my question would be, how do they do a classic vibe with Guy Gardner, for example?
I mean, it could be a very 80s, I guess, classic comic vibe.
Because I know what you're talking about. I saw that font and thought, ooh, that looks like 50s font, or like 40s is what it looked like to me. So maybe there'll be a hint of that in his suit. He's got a tough job because he's got to appease the Trunks and the no Trunks people somehow. He's got to figure out how to make it work.
I prefer, I don't know. I'm a little indifferent. Whatever gets the normies in, like, you know what I mean? Honestly, like if the Trunks scare the normies, then lose them. Because you need to get new people to watch this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but
Very
if they can make it cool, then keep the Trunks.
See, if they go by that, if that is their measuring standard, making it cool, then there definitely will be no Trunks, because that's the one thing. I love the Trunks. I can suspend disbelief because it's like I'm a Superman fan for one, and I appreciate the color palette, and I suspend disbelief and believe a man can fly. So it's like the Trunks is the easy part, right? He defies gravity. But yeah, you're right. The average viewer will probably never think the Trunks is cool.
Yeah, they don't know the history of when the suit was created. It's a wrestling suit from the 40s. You know what I mean? Rob, you've been silent on this topic. I want to get your opinion. I don't know if we're touching a nerve here, but talk about wearing your underwear on the outside of your pants.
I saw him do
it all the time.
Sorry.
No, I think I would like.
You're like, oh, I don't want him to talk about this. I'm not ready to talk about this.
Do it.
I mean, I agree with you, Ahsoka, that whatever gets the norms in, but I kind of want to see the short or the Trunks.
By the way, I stole normies from Josh from before. He's been using that word a lot, so I think I stole it from him. You know, so I want to make sure I give appropriate credit to Josh for using the word normies. I used to use muggles when Harry Potter was very popular, because that's very instantaneous.
I love Harry Potter term.
Right? Muggles. You know what a muggle is, you know?
That's like an NPC.
Guys, this is what this show's about. 3 grown men talking about underwear on the inside or outside of your pants.
I hope it happens. I hope he makes it work, but who knows? Who knows? No preconceived notions, right? The suit might look great without it. You know, there are things I can say, well, I hope it doesn't look like Cavill's quite in this way or that way. Like, I hope he got a bit more of a traditional looking S, for example. Yeah. Like, I would prefer that, but you got to wait and see, right? James Gunn is pretty good at having his finger on the pulse and his ear to what's going on. So I just got to trust him.
What I would love is they went old school Christopher Reeve costume, tights, just like that costume in the modern movie, and they somehow made that work. You know, I would love to see him pull that off.
They could with texture. That's all about the texture.
Just like,
are you kidding?
Man in tights.
Just really? I don't know. I don't know if they could do that, guys.
I don't
They'd
know.
have to
dude.
probably have a muscle suit underneath, I think.
No muscle suit, Rob. It's got to be pure.
I don't know. Even
Pure.
Cavill had a little bit of a muscle suit, the shiny
Yeah.
muscles.
Christopher Reeve didn't need a muscle suit. He looked great. He looked fantastic.
He looked good, but he didn't look Cavill good though.
I mean, Cavill. I mean, come on, dude. Cavill's
Cavill
ridiculous.
filled that suit enough to make my wife have a crush on him.
Sure, I have a crush on him.
Yeah,
You know?
didn't we all have a crush on
I
him?
mean,
Okay, you know what? Wouldn't it be fun if it was like a suit like that for the first chunk of the movie, or maybe it's like a flashback to when he first started and there were no other heroes, and
that'd
that's
be fun. Yeah.
Kind of
Right,
like
you got that-
in Superman and Lois, like
Yeah.
that first suit that he wore.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Fleischer suit.
yeah, that was fantastic. I didn't
Yeah.
think we'd ever see that on the big screen on the TV, but there it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great segue, Rob, into Lois and Superman ending.
Yeah.
This was announced a little while ago while we were on our late summer hiatus. But
Did the new season start yet?
no, it hasn't started yet.
No, one
Trying to
season
find it.
left.
We
one
all knew it was
season.
coming.
There we go.
Please, for one episode, I hope they shave him and give him his spit curl for one episode.
That would be nice. They should shave him. I don't know why he's always unshaven.
I
You
think
know, there was a
as
reason.
the second that they finish, he's already grown back. I think that's the
Yeah.
thing.
His hair grows back really, really fast.
Well, yeah, that could be it.
Or
I-
have him grow a beard
I'll be
for,
honest with you
like
guys.
a chunk of it, right?
I never liked his suit. It
Yeah,
never.
the suit was horrible.
It was just never
For
fitted
Superman and
right.
Lois?
Yeah.
I never thought it was horrible. I thought it looked a little awkward sometimes.
Fact that the S is just like it's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's part of a cosplay suit.
Then now they did change it from season to season a little bit,
Yeah.
and it did get better by the third season. Like the belt was better. I appreciated the boots more. But yeah, I always wanted the S to
sorry,
be a
guys.
bit bigger and be separate. Oh, look at that. Dog Chow.
Jesus, it's got a lot
Look
of
at
ads.
that. Invaded our stream. Fantastic, though. You could have derailed the whole thing. Talked about Dog Chow. I don't know. I'm sad it's ending. I think that it was like probably, in my opinion, I'm a little biased. My opinion, it was the best of the DC CW shows. And some people will be like, oh, blasphemy. Arrow is the greatest. Well, good for you. You liked Arrow the best. I'm not saying that Superman was better. In my opinion, how I feel about this, I really enjoyed it the best. It was the best for me. I appreciated the show immensely.
I feel like it had the most
Pretty
hope
sad.
for me as far as production went. Like I remember the first
Yeah.
few episodes, you're like, "Holy shit, this doesn't look like a CW show. Like they have a budget." You know?
No, it looked like B movie, which is above TV show, right? It's like
Yeah.
good B movie. I'll take it. And he was great in the role. He nailed the positivity and the love. So yeah, I'll be
He
sad
did.
to see it go.
I mean, the relationship with the sons.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it's I could have watched the last season though. I told Rob about this.
Why? Rob's
well-
laughing. What was wrong with it?
My cat just puked behind me.
Oh, geez.
I was like, your lore is so loud. I'm so, like, I don't know if I
Do you
came
need to go take
through.
care of that, buddy? We don't want to.
No,
I mean, it's a live show for God's sakes. You're gonna have to deal with
it's
it.
just gonna be back there. I just hear this. I'm like, damn.
How, is the cat okay, Rob? Do you need to call?
Yeah,
the-
it just ran off.
Oh man.
That's the greatest moment in the stream we've had yet.
One of the greatest. I think Leroy Nimby still.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
damn
you
funny.
know, that was,
I stood that for friggin' ages.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thanks.
but the cat puke. You know.
That's awesome. I wish we had a camera for that. Hey guys, the guy's running the camera. The cat's puking. It'd be
Now the
gross,
other
it'd be
cat-
funny.
The other cat's like,
There goes
mock-
Tim, anorexic cat.
yeah.
Rob,
Like,
do
my
you wanna
other
get rid-
cat like
yeah.
does this, like
Yeah.
it's pretending to like cover it, but it doesn't.
But there's nothing.
But there's nothing.
Do you have paper
Right.
towel down there? You can just like put it on it till you're done.
I don't care.
Keep the smell from.
It's fine.
If Rob passes out on the show, we'll know what it's from.
Yeah.
I'm
It's the
ready to
cat
move
puke.
this train along.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from the cat puke So just kind of tying this all together, let's talk about superhero fatigue for a minute. Did I spell fatigue right? I don't know. So listen,
Sure.
we usually don't talk about other comic book stuff, but I just wanted to touch on this since the Marvels just came out, the Flash tanked, Blue Beetle tanked, the shows are kind of tanking a little bit. Not to be dramatic. How do you guys feel about the current state of superhero cinema? Rob, let's start off with you, buddy.
I mean, I personally am not fatigued at all.
Well,
In fact,
I
I
look at
mean,
us.
Yeah.
I'm foaming at the
You're the
mouth
fat
for
one,
like
you're the thin one.
something.
Of course, you're not fatigued.
I do want to see the Marvels. I wanted to see the Marvels when everybody was crapping on it, but
It was fun, by the way. It was a good movie.
I just have a thing for Brie Larson too, so there's that. No, I don't know. I think that the next there's always like a high point and a low point, ebb and flow with everything, and I think that it might have run its course for the most part, but I don't think it's dead by any stretch. I do see video game movies becoming the new.
Oh,
And that
the
makes
new
sense too, though, right?
Yeah.
Because who's gonna put butts in seats?
And
kids play video games, so of course they're gonna go see.
I mean,
video
like
games, and
with video game stuff, it's much like the comics. It comes with an audience already.
Yeah.
So they don't have to build one.
Brad, what do you think, sir?
Well, I've actually had a thought about this. So remember the age when there was like lots and lots of cowboy movies, and then there wasn't?
Yeah.
Remember the age when there was lots and lots of science fiction-y movies, and then there wasn't? Right? And they all kind of dropped off for a while and had to have a break. And there was still a few that would come through, but as a genre, the mass shoving out of that particular genre kind of stopped for a while. I think that is where we're headed with comic book movies. But you look at the Marvel universe, and it kind of started slow, with the non-Marvel universe characters, because it was Sony and Fox with the X-Men and Spider-Man. Yeah. And then everyone kind of had the same thought, like, are they ever going to be part of a shared universe? Are they going to? And then when Marvel Studios did Iron Man and kept moving forward, it was like, are they going to? They are. They're going to. And eventually you got this shared universe with the Avengers movies, and it was fantastic. It was, I think, even as a DC fan, I think it was a fantastically executed shared universe. And was it perfect? No, but no film universe is perfect. I still say this is going to be the Star Wars of our kids, generation.
Yeah.
Right. We had Star Wars, and that was a trilogy. They have like the Marvel universe, but I feel like the Marvel universe, I really feel cinematically had its precipice when Cap had the shield handed off at the end, and Tony Stark was dead, and Natasha Romanoff was dead, right? They finished it, and I get it. They were starting something new, but I think a lot of people, it was like, okay, I'll keep watching, but I'm not as invested in it because the main people aren't there. And that's what it is to have like a 10-year long story being told, essentially 8 or 10 years. The cast gets older. They look older and they can't keep doing the roles. So then you're left with characters that didn't get their movies or their shows in the first place that maybe perhaps fans would like, but the general viewers, maybe not so much. And it is the time when Marvel really did start, because of the change in direction, they really, instead of just focusing on good storytelling first, and then maybe having some messaging, some of the shows, it was like, yeah, we're going to shove a message down your throat with the story. And it became like on equal ground. And I don't feel like you can do that. You need to tell a good comic book story because it's escapism. And people don't feel escaped when they're being soapboxed to. So there was a bit of that. And other characters weren't getting the respect that some people felt they should. And so people are just, they're like, we've seen it all, the origin story, the powers, all that. So yeah, I think that people are getting tired of them. The average person is like, we know what's going to happen, right? There'll be an origin story. There'll be some powers. There'll be a tiny bit of the hero's journey or whatever, and they don't want to go see them, right? And so some of it is fatigue. Absolutely. I don't
Yeah,
want to go see
no,
a
I
movie.
think it's
That's Marvel and DC though, right? People are just fatigued, I think.
fucking Josh, dude. Little shit talker. Speaking of soapboxes. Gotta love that guy. But that was well put, Brad. And I agree. I think especially what you said about the fall off after Endgame. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember when people used to call me like, "Hey, what order should I watch these in to get me ready for Endgame and these other
Oh
movies?"
yeah.
That hasn't happened in a long time after Endgame. Like no one
Yeah.
is really. I mean, it's and especially
Yeah.
with the TV shows. Even
Mhm.
I haven't watched all the TV shows. And
Really?
No.
no,
Well,
I didn't
what's
watch
the point? Like,
Secret
what do they build
Invasion.
to?
Yeah,
What do they
yeah.
build to? Like, what is? We knew Avengers was coming, so
I've
there was the
watched them
point. But
all.
pardon?
I've watched them all.
I mean,
My
hey, more
sister-in-law
power to
has.
you.
She really liked them, but
It's
I'm not
it's just a
invested in them
lot.
anymore.
Yeah, and I've heard too much negativity around them. Most of the recent things, to where
Yeah.
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know.
you
I
know,
enjoy them, but that's
yeah,
me.
Rob
I enjoy
likes it.
everything.
Do
I
you?
mean, I'm the guy that loved Dark or Thor: Dark World. I don't care what people say. That's still my favorite Thor movie. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I haven't watched that in a long time. I gotta give that a revisit.
I did like all those. I did. So yeah, some of it really did. I watched. I really loved the Vision and Scarlet Witch TV show.
That was
Yeah, that was great.
WandaVision.
That
Yeah.
was brilliant, right?
I
Like,
I loved Miss Marvel. Or Ms. Marvel. How do you say it? Yeah.
It was
see, I
cute.
know I can't speak to some of them because I never saw them, so I can't. I did watch a bit of She-Hulk, and I was just like, I don't like the writing. I just thought
I
the
thought
writing
it was fun.
I just thought it was weak. So I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Like I
Killing
tried.
it,
I did
Rob's-
give it the old college try.
I feel like they should have done one TV series a year. Like, because
Yeah.
WandaVision, when it came out, it was like an event, right?
Yeah.
But then
yeah,
they had a show consecutively after that. It never ended.
yeah,
Like, if
yeah,
they had just one show a year or every 2 years and made it a big deal, I think it would have
yeah,
been a lot better.
yeah. It
Personally.
was like that with the whole Marvel universe, though.
Yeah.
You only got a few movies, and that was it. But now it's like there's like something coming out all the time.
Yeah. Same thing
And
with
so
Star Wars. It's like, it's a gluttony.
yeah, I would.
know?
Yeah, I never thought. I'm actually kind of a little. Oh man, I'm gonna get beat up for this.
Yeah, please say
I'm
it.
a little
Say
sick
it.
of Star Wars too, just because it's everywhere now, and it's like I like it better when something comes in, it shines
Yeah.
really bright, it's something special, right, and then it goes away for a while, right, like Christmas. But when it's just always there, for me personally, I find it's not as special, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way, which is
Especially with
why.
Star Wars. Like when those movies used to come out, it used to be like, holy shit, there hasn't been a Star Wars movie in a decade or 2 decades.
Massive, yeah,
It was like a huge
yeah,
deal. But it's not
yeah,
like that anymore. It's just, oh, okay.
yeah. And the new Star Wars movies, they were spectacles. They were fun to watch,
Mhm.
but I can also admit they were like fucking terribly written. They were horribly written. The first one was like, okay, we're going this direction. And then the second one, they were like, we're going to change it a little bit. And then by the third one, like, no, we need to course correct. Like I just didn't like, I liked some of the characters. There was some really good parts about it, but I just felt like the writing again was like, So when I watch it and go, was it entertaining? Yes. And that is the main reason why I watched them. But
Guys,
yeah, I just
There
thought
he
that the writing,
is.
they deserve better is what I think. Right.
we're gonna break into this topic just to say hello to Al. Al is the guy who did our new theme, which I'm gonna play one more time mid-show.
Yeah.
For those
Al,
who missed the beginning.
Yeah. So guys, here is our new theme that Al in the chat created for us. Here we go.
Beautiful.
The music by Al, graphics was by our own Rob T Toys. But thank you, Al. Thank you again.
Cheers.
But yeah, I don't want to get into Star Wars because I could talk another hour about Star Wars. But Rob, last question for you. Someone asked what you thought about Loki season 2.
I thought the acting was phenomenal. I thought that Tom did such an incredible job. Because like I was saying it to my wife, like the ending, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it, but like they don't straight out tell you exactly what's going on, but the visuals and the emotion, you just get it, and it's such a well done show.
All right, so it's worth watching. Then you're saying
Absolutely,
That's
All
one
right,
that I
got
did
Rob's
want to watch.
recommendation?
I did want to watch season 1 and 2, honestly.
yeah, totally worth it.
season
Yes.
1 was great, Brad.
Season
I
2 is
gotta say
better.
that. Well, okay,
Yeah.
bold statement. Bold.
And see, that's one that
statement.
people didn't like. They were like, I don't like that one because of this and this. And I thought, yeah, but it still looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't care about Bucky, though. Bucky and the Winter Soldier, whatever. See, I can't even remember.
I like that one, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I did. I tried it and I was like, I couldn't get into it again. I couldn't see what I mean. But Loki looks
all right.
really good. Like I like the character of Loki though, and Tom does a great job.
I love how Al gives Rob shit in his posts
I know.
about anything on DC. Al, I fucking respect you. All right, guys, let's move
We were talking
on.
about superhero fatigue. Sorry.
So let's go into the McFarland toys new reveal.
The
Can
meat
we?
and potatoes.
Can we?
It's been a while. Let's there's a lot to talk about, a lot to dive into. I I gotta talk about this first though. Sorry.
You all right?
I'm sorry. Again, when I start laughing a little too much, it starts to.
You need Buckley's, dude.
What are Buckley's?
Buckley's. In Canada, we have Buckley's. People swear by it and at it.
I've been taking
Horrible.
Byzantine, but I just love these new cases that they're doing because I was like, this will be great stocking stuffers, you know? Like you get a Superman, you get a Superman, you get a Superman.
No, I totally get it. It's a smart way to sell it. Why not sell it in cases, right?
And that way you're guaranteed a.
Yeah.
And Rob, tell us what this variant is.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people online.
Set people straight, Rob. You were upset about this earlier. Please
tell
people what this is.
A lot of people have been complaining about the Superman Platinum Edition with the green skin. I don't know for a fact, but my best guess is that it's kryptonite poisoning, much like the Silver Age Superman. So yeah, I do like the fact that they did lighten the suit. The Superman poisoned one looks like the one from.
That's the regular coloring. But
but the belt buckles are painted this time, so that's a plus.
Or rather, it depends if are they molded in red and then just the belt is painted. I do like the fact it's brighter.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think now we have the traditional blue and in red in every body mold. I think, or no,
close enough.
Well, we'll come back to this. I don't want to jump ahead. Let's go back though.
Yeah, I guess we're missing the.
Let's go back.
To answer your question, though, Rob, remember you said, I wonder if that head will fit on a regular body. It will. That's an Action Comics 1000 head, only they just gave it a mullet hair mold.
So we'll come back to this body mold.
We will. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Because I have some things to talk about that too.
Did we talk about Wonder Woman? Should we start from there?
We have not.
Right down to the bottom, Ahsoka. It's like Lobo or below.
Yeah. We haven't talked about Lobo either.
I'm sorry.
We're way behind.
I'm not sharing my screen properly again. I apologize. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go to the window instead. There we go. All right, so let's start off with. Oh, what is this? A comic book accurate Wonder Woman? What?
I figured jizzed a little when I saw that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more excited about this Wonder Woman than I could possibly let on without.
I think you could let on. You did let us know that you got very excited about it.
I'd have to clap like a giddy schoolgirl. I'm really excited. It took long enough to get a good classic Wonder Woman, but damn, that's good. It's worth the wait.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it's
worth the wait.
Pretty awesome.
She's gonna sell like hotcakes though. The first chunk that come out.
Fans will find something to complain about, though.
Well, I can't. Okay, can you guys looking at this here right now? Can you guys see anything that you would actually want to complain about?
No,
it's going to be like the scaling issue or something. I don't know, but I think the proportions are all there. They're all correct, at least from what I see.
Yeah, they look good.
A lot of figures, especially female figures, have either short arms or long legs or big legs.
Yeah.
And I think like a rule of thumb is that your wrist should be, when it's down by your side, should be below or at your crotch. And that's how you know the arm's the right length. On a typical person, everybody, like your actual crotch, not your like your pants crotch.
That is my crotch. Look at that's my wiener, and this. I'm stubby.
Okay. Well,
I heard no. I took art class. I do remember. I'm all messed up in body proportions. You should see me trying to buy a bicycle.
I'd love to see you buy a bicycle.
It would be funny. My leg. No, I have a short inseam, so like you're supposed to be able to stand it a certain way, and I always bang my nuts off the bar. It's horrible. Yeah, but you're right, Rob. I think that what we see with her, you can look at where the top of her gauntlets are, her bracers, and
yeah,
she looks like her body proportions will be like good. They're not going to be monkey like the DC.
And I don't think her legs are too long either. Like
No?
because like if you outstretch her like hand, I think it would come mid thigh, and I think that's pretty like I think that's spot on. If
it's very 90s, like
I love the metallic paint.
You know?
Yeah.
The metallic paint definitely helps to sell it as like a collector's edition.
Where is the articulation point? Is it under the boo-boos?
It looks like it.
I can't tell.
There's probably better pictures on the McFarland site, I would imagine, right?
Is she on the site now?
I don't think she's up for pre-order.
No, I don't think she is.
Yeah. I haven't seen her yet, and I check this out daily.
You're right.
But I'm just wondering where I know. Of course, there'll be one in the waist, right behind that belt. Not only a belt behind that, but I'm just wondering if there is just the one articulation point. And actually, I'd be happy if there is just one, because she doesn't have an articulation point there. She's wearing armor.
I mean, personally, I would be fine if they didn't put anything.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Was that her abs? Yeah. So you're saying it, Jacob? You're saying it's at her abs? So you're saying it's like what, under the boobs? Because there's nothing in the middle of her abs.
I would imagine that it's like the Wonder Woman 84 figure.
See, I'm looking at like the side boob and around, and I don't see a line, like a shadow for articulation. Personally, I'm just gonna say it. I hope there's not. I hope there's not a torso, because I want the full look. But you guys all know that sometimes it's like form and sometimes it's function, and you got to find the middle ground.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I like that better actually if it's not.
Yeah, some people are saying about the packaging.
Yeah, there was a leak of the figure in packaging. I'm not going to share it just because we don't know if if it's out in the wild or where it's from. But you guys can find a picture. Excuse me, of it in the.
I'm just happy that it comes with the accessories that it does.
Heck yeah, dude! A shield, a sword. You know? That's one thing I didn't like about the latest Gal Gadot Wonder Woman 84.
Oh yeah,
when she didn't have a sword and shield anymore. Like.
Yeah,
I get it. They're trying to be peaceful, but I don't like Wonder Woman with the sword and shield. I like her like this.
Yeah.
You know?
This is very definitive for a chunk, like a huge chunk of the 90s, right? And going in right up till before, not right before Flashpoint, because just before Flashpoint, she kind of got a little wonky. They messed with the character a little too much. But like this is such a definitive look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. People will find anything to complain about, but
and I think this should be easy to like add a skirt to, as far as like updating this to like be more modern. You know, it's like it'll be great. I can't wait to get more versions of this.
And customizers will have a field day with her too.
They will. All right, so we got the beautiful.
What's next?
Oh, then we got the main man.
That was so good.
That is the dopest dope that ever doped.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted the original DC Direct bike, but I never bought it. So
but it was dinky and small anyway.
I like the size, but I'm definitely happy. I'm getting this one, obviously.
Yeah,
this is gorgeous. Look at this thing.
This is fantastic.
You know,
this.
What do you feel about the guitar? Because people have been complaining about the guitar.
Why?
Because it's hollow on the backside.
Well,
I personally don't care.
They're getting a whole ass fucking space bike with dog
Yeah.
the figure,
Yeah.
and an extra head, and both heads are not part of the original one. And people are
The
bitching about
other
the
heads,
guitar for
not
real.
the one with the long hair is different.
Than this one, yeah,
No,
and it's different
from
than
the
the
original.
Yeah, I believe it is different than the original one.
Is it? I didn't take notice.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, there's going to be another picture of it. It's
I
on their
mean,
web-
I'll probably just keep that hair on him.
Where's the other picture?
Where's
Right
their
there.
website? Right there. Okay. Yeah, no, that's different.
Oh yeah,
Right,
it is.
That's not
You're
the
right.
same
Violet,
head.
yeah.
So we get 3 head sculpts total.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. And
I
I
wish
think
that
the
his
the
belt
jacket's
buckle was
different. That's not the
was,
same jacket.
I wish his belt buckle was painted, but I guess you
It's
can
not
do
the
that.
same.
It looks like the same.
The
Maybe
face?
it is. They didn't
No, the
paint
face is
jacket.
different, but the
What-
body looks the same.
Oh, the body. Yeah, the body's the same.
Okay, the jacket is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, correct. The jacket's the same, but yeah, both heads. We get 3 heads total. You know
We
what?
need more figures this height that's like taller than the normal, but not over.
Yeah. I think the bike looks fantastic. The metallic
Yeah.
paint.
I like.
You
the
guys can
face
also
shape.
use the Batman guitar, right?
Oh, the
Look at
Plastic Man guitar.
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be substituted in.
I mean,
There's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
play it
guitar.
like this, so I don't
Yeah.
care about the guitar, but
I don't know
Yeah.
where I'm gonna put this.
excuse me. That is our theme, Rob. Where to put this stuff?
Time to start knocking down walls, Rob, to make room.
Because
Yeah.
like I have the Witcher roach and the seahorse on my desk, but
Rob, did you see this at Toy Fair?
no,
Was
that
that-
was not displayed, at least for me. My eyes.
Yeah. Todd's a bit of a cheeky sneaky. Like, he doesn't bring everything out. I've noticed that. All of a sudden, it's like after Toy Fair or SDCC, and it's like, oh, where did that come from? Like, he had that. He was sitting on it. He didn't want to show it. And I think it's smart marketing. He does it on purpose.
By the way, Rob, you are the Carrie. If this was Sex in the City,
Ooh,
I thought I'd be Carrie. But
I'm Miranda. I'm
yeah,
Samantha.
yeah, you're definitely not Miranda. I think you're more Charlotte. I think Brad's
thanks.
Miranda.
Which one's Miranda?
Miranda's the ginger. I'm sorry, I don't want to, just 'cause you're both ginger.
You're typecasting.
Yeah, I'm typecast. Rob would be Charlotte, the neurotic one.
Who's the one that everyone says has a face like a horse? I don't watch the show. I have no
Guys,
idea.
hey, we don't make comments on that.
I'm not. I said everyone says. I have no idea who's who. I don't watch
They're all
the show.
lovely ladies. Samantha, Claudio, I don't. We don't. Josh from before. He's Samantha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I gotta look.
Yeah, I think
I'm
yeah,
Samantha.
yeah, Josh is totally Samantha. Yeah. Sex and the City is an excellent show, by the way, guys. If you want to
Is it?
watch it.
Is there
Is
what
it
is there like
fun?
sex in it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a lot. Brad is no, Brad's not Charlotte. Brad's the lawyer, Miranda. Brad's totally Miranda. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. Back to the
Sarah
toy.
Jessica Parker doesn't look like she has a horse face.
All right.
Oh, that's horrible. That's
Moving on
brutal.
from now, is Lobo still up on Amazon? Let's see.
I would imagine, but I think what happens is you get the first wave of everybody that needs to buy it.
Yep.
And it gets sold out, and then if you wait long enough, they get reissued.
Guys, look, we got
Yeah.
Lobo still up. The McFarland Batmobile is still up.
Well, they
Yeah.
both sold out at one point though.
Yeah,
Didn't they? I
They
know the
make more.
Batmobile did.
No, there's 3-packs down to $39.
Well, because who wants it?
Well,
Like the Dr. Fate and Supergirl are pretty much
Yeah,
exactly
true.
the same.
and
It's just Batman that
has
looks
some-
like he got sneezed on by somebody.
He really does. All right. Let's go on to some other ones.
Oh, there's so
Got a
much.
lot of
stuff.
Pacific Rim.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
the
not really into
Pacific
Pacific Rim, but I know my son. Oh, can we have a little peekaroo when we're done looking at the
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 movie
DC
was
ones?
good.
Move over. I want to see Nicolas Cage. I loved Mandy. I know it's a DC
Sure.
hour. Did you guys not see Mandy?
No, what is Mandy?
Go down a bit. Down. Right there. Nicolas Cage to the left with the red. Click on that
This?
bad boy. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so he's holding, you can't see it, but it's an axe that he forged himself to go and like take revenge and like slaughter the people that like killed his his best girl, his wife.
Okay.
If you have not seen Nicolas Cage and Mandy, you are missing out on like a crazy ride. That's all I'm going to say. It's one of Nicolas Cage's best movies.
All right. Well, Brad recommendation tonight.
For sure. If you haven't
Mandy.
seen it. If you like dark movies that are bloody.
Real
There's a
quick.
chainsaw fight. There's a chainsaw fight.
Al said, for anyone in the chat, Mafex, how
I think
Superman
Mafex.
is the third release. Is there any difference between the third and the second release? Because I know
think
they
so.
had that you do or you don't.
I ordered it because
Yeah.
I think the hair is darker, and I'm just curious, right? I think that the red and is different, and I believe the yellow on the inside of the S is more yellowy. And if I like it better, I'll just sell my first release of it and keep my second and third, or I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, I'll keep them all.
All right. So I skipped ahead. We're back at the Batman and Robin wave, which I think we talked about, but we can talk about again because there's more pictures of them. Look at this beautiful action figure photography by our buddy Aesthetic One, I believe.
That's beautiful. Everything about that's beautiful. The figure and the photography.
I do wish it was just shiny though. Give us a little metallic paint on this.
Yeah,
bad
metallic
boy.
would have gone along.
That would have.
Like, are you talking like vac metal? Because the shoulders, the pauldrons look kind of shiny.
No, just like metallic silver.
Yeah.
You could always buy one of them there silver paint markers.
Brad, you know how I feel about
I gotta go to Big
customizing.
Bad Toy Store a sec. Hold on.
This is so good. I'm really impressed with the entire wave because all of their faces, they're so well done. Like you can tell they got the scanning rights or whatever, right?
Yeah, whatever they did.
Beautiful. It's amazing.
It looks great. I mean, all the faces look great.
How do you know if it's the
great time to be a
third?
collector.
How do you know if it's a third revision?
Because it's the third. It's third. I did look at them online. I checked out the visual reviews, and you can see them side by side, and there definitely is differences. Yeah. A little rub and tug and clear coat. Rub and buff and clear coat.
Even Alicia Silverstone looks fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I liked her as Batgirl personally, but
I did too.
All these figures. I mean, I got to see them in person.
Oh, that's right, Rob. Go to see them in person.
They do look phenomenal. I mean, it's.
I
think what's hard is the end of the year review when we pick our favorite top 10.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like it's been. I mean, yes, we've had a crap ton of variants.
Yeah.
But all those aside, this has been probably the best year for figures with like everything. I just don't know how or what I'm going to pick for my top 10.
It's going to be tough, dude. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not doing a top 10 this year.
Oh.
But we could do it on the show though, right, Brad?
Yeah, I'm just not going to do a video for it because like my top 10 would really be like a top 30.
We could do a top. Yeah, top 10 is going to be tough.
Well, we
like
could
this
do
whole
top
wave.
5.
I would count this wave as like one.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean?
do that, I guess.
People complain about the repaints of body parts. Like I get it when like the same one has been used a ton, but like sometimes one will just get used a second time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a third, and it's like, Todd's doing repaints. Have you seen the amount of new tooling? I feel like I have to remind people, it's around $100,000 to do new tooling on a figure. Even if he's getting a discount, it's still uber expensive to do that. And so if we want new tooling like this, sometimes we're going to have basic bucks or repaints. And it's like, some of them I don't like, but they're just not for me. Even if I think they're dumb, I just go, okay, they're just not for me, right? Because of that is part of what finances this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's always important to remember that. These are beautiful.
Beautiful.
I do like the plastic cape.
I do too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love that you can look at George Clooney and you know it's George Clooney.
Yeah.
What a fantastic time we live in.
It's amazing.
Fantastic.
Guys. Look at this. Oh, here's a new one, guys. What do you guys think about Captain Carrot? I don't really care for rabbits that much. So, for me, I'm not like a huge Captain Carrot fan. But What are your boys? Rob, let's start with you, buddy. You just had a cat puke behind you.
You did that on
I don't
purpose.
know. I don't know.
I'm
I don't know if
sitting here
that's going to
grinning like
affect.
a child, and you're like, Rob, let's go with you, buddy. And I'm sitting here bursting to shit myself and say something. Go ahead.
You can
Rob.
go
Oh, sorry.
first.
No,
Let's go,
I
Rob.
insist, Rob. You go.
I just like to torture Brad over there. He's got a lot of thoughts.
I've actually never read. Yeah,
Captain
read.
Carrot.
Captain Carrot. I knew of him just because I worked at a comic book store and you know, all that.
Yeah.
I think detailing wise, sculpt wise,
Yeah.
everything's there. I mean, he
checked
looks
them.
phenomenal. I
Yeah.
did pre-order this. My son is a huge rabbit fan. And
How do you become a rabbit fan? I'm curious. How do you become a rabbit fan?
I think when he was 2, we had given him a rabbit stuffed animal, and it was like his his blinky blanky thing that he used it as like a pillow for like the longest time, so it's like flat. He still has it. He still sleeps with it, even though he's like 13. He just kind of has it beside him now.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
But he just, I don't know, he just loves rabbits. It's like his thing. So like I think I'm probably gonna give mine to him, and he'll probably love it.
You should buy him the case. Costco, buddy.
So that I can get the.
Are you trolling or
a little bit of both?
Well, it has, like, for those who haven't seen the platinum edition is obviously the old school repaint, but
yeah, it looks more like the original Captain Carrot before he got really introduced into the DC universe.
But they put
a lot of love into this.
So much love, into this. Yeah.
Now, would this have been Jason?
Yeah, 100%.
I would imagine so.
Damn, Jason. I'd love his choices. Like, I love his choices of characters. Like, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that in the same way that Mattel for the first time gave us Commandy and like Bawana Beast, and some of the characters like that, McFarland is like, hey, you want a deep cut? Boom, Captain Carrot.
Dude, great point, bro. I have a Commandy and Bawana Beast behind me over there.
Yeah,
so you're right. I do appreciate the deep cut. Not even just classic. This is like D-list. You know what I mean?
Oh, but okay, you're right. It was current continuity. Captain Carrot is now part of the DC universe proper as part of the multiverse. Carroteers. Buy the rabbit bundle. Bunny overload.
Now, Brad, I take you like this figure. Like, I want to hear your.
I love it. I love it. The sculpting on this, like the detail they put into this when they were creating the digital mold or whatever, is beautiful. And it's like the attention to detail with the face is phenomenal. I will maybe grab the Chase variant and put that head on this one just to see if it looks better with the eyes. But I love him, and he's part. Like I said, he's part of the DC universe proper now. He was in a storyline alongside Thomas Wayne Batman and Calvin Ellis and Barry Allen. It was like this really fantastic kind of short storyline, and they were like guardians of the multiverse kind of deal, like the Justice League of the multiverse. And
I feel like I would be very prejudiced, like be very like if there's a big rabbit standing next to me, I'd be like, oh, it's like you know. Like furry,
he just like randomly shits a bunch of bunny turds.
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. I'm a little concerned.
He starts like humping you, or like, like oh my God,
like, what are you gonna do? He's huge. Has superpowers. It's like I'm a little scared of this character, to be honest with you. You know?
I am. That's the one out of the 3 that got revealed. I'm the most stoked out of. Absolutely.
I think this really lives up to the collector edition, right? Like this is a obscure, beautifully sculpted.
Yep.
One of a kind.
You have to be a collector.
Got to be a collector, dude.
Yeah. What average person does it go, look at that bunny superhero? They're going to be like, I think the average person is going to be like, what the F is that?
All right.
I love it, though.
Is the bunny. Oh, there's
nope. That's not a bunny.
Let's go on from these ones. First of all, this is the other comic book cover that John is doing. Beautiful Tim Drake recreation, guys. Look at this. You know?
Did you talk about Aquaman, the variant?
Oh, I did. I skipped over the Aquaman for you. I'm sorry, Rob. Let's go back down to that dude because I know you are. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Rob, please take it away with the Aquaman.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for those who don't know, Big Bad Toy Store is doing these colored versions. I don't have Martian
All of a
Manhunt.
sudden, you sound like a spokesman for Big Bad Toy
Yeah.
Store. The way he's
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
shutting
They're paying
it out.
you. You're on the roll.
It's like, geez, is this a plug?
Yeah.
You know?
I do like that it's like a traditional yellow instead of like
Yeah.
a gold. For those who didn't do this already, you could easily take the black underoos
Yeah.
with the yellow belt, put it on the colored version, and then you'd have a classic Aquaman once, like, you know, if you get a short haired.
Now, I will chime in and say that that's probably not black, right? Like
think?
when Todd says it's black and white, that's actually probably a really dark gray. So it will need like a little light coat of black and then a spray over it. But as someone who's tried to use yellow paint a lot of yellows don't take very well, I've found. So this is already done for you. And you get the yellow trident. So
yeah.
Great call out, boys.
I was hoping, see how that's all one piece?
Yeah.
Quite often the belt and the trunks area are a separate piece. And they're not. Like I was banking on them being separate so that I could then maybe remove them and stick them on the black pair that I have over there. But
I like when Rob goes back there with the lighting.
Yeah,
it's like a little horror movie, a little Blair Witch action. You know,
it'd be hilarious if he had turned around with a big hatchet.
Yeah, like
that head. He's like,
So, what I wanted to show.
Yeah. I didn't grab mine. I knew you were gonna grab yours. I left it for you, buddy.
There it is.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And that's with the flash head, the Barry Allen.
Oh, that's
head.
great, dude. That looks really good.
Yeah.
And then that's, you know, the trunks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's classic.
Good night, son. Love you.
Excuse me.
McFarland. Nobody asked for these, by the way. Where are the Mortal Kombat 1 figures at? I want the cameos too. So I was just reading the comment.
Oh, no.
We absolutely need a Detective Chimp.
Oh yeah, Detective Chimp
with the sword. With the sword.
All right, boys. What do you think, Brad, about Animal Man?
Shut up and take my money. Even though he looks like he kind of pooped his drawers, I can totally trim that plastic. That's just the way the butt looks, right? I love
the angle of this picture, you know?
Yeah.
It's the way the trunks have been molded. It's just fine. It is what it is. I
People
don't
are
really
too complaining.
No. I am okay, so for one, you know he has that jacket, right?
Yeah.
So you could technically fudge in if you really wanted to. Of course, that means I have to get two because I want to keep one like that. But then I want to get another one.
You're gonna want to get more.
Jason Todd's jacket.
Yeah.
Black leather jacket.
Yeah, but wasn't it brown? Didn't he have a brown jacket?
I don't know. Hold on, I got the figure right here. The DC director.
I thought it was like a brown leather.
Hang on.
I don't know how I feel about the werewolf arm.
I'm sure there's a regular arm.
Nope.
Okay, well, there's a regular arm.
No,
yeah, the colors, the head sculpt.
What color is that? Black?
Yeah. Well, and they shaded it blue, right? As they do, but it would have been just a regular old black leather motorbike jacket.
All right, this goes for Red Tornado as well. You might want to get it because of I would imagine that it's almost like a yellowish orange body. Okay. So like if you take that off, you could easily have like that color. I'm thinking of using this as a base for Wave Rider, like the classic Matthew Wright, Matthew version. Matt,
Fart in my mouth and call me Sally. That's a great idea.
Because like he had black gloves, black boots. You just have to paint the sides. You're gonna have to take off the black on the top and obviously the A. His was more of a yellow, like the Booster Gold yellow. So this might be close enough, but
I look at that and I go, how hard would it be to buy one extra Red Tornado and Animal Man and take some of the parts and start putting together a Mr. Miracle?
Yeah.
Right, red torso, and then yellow down below. You could paint it. It wouldn't be hard to make that orange just a little bit more yellow, right? Oh, they're not the same body buck.
Yeah.
That is the Alan Scott body buck.
Oh, good catch, dude.
I mean, it would probably still work, but it wouldn't be as smooth. Hey, there's my comment.
You love this red tornado, the glossiness of it,
Yeah.
sculpt,
Yeah.
the cape,
That
the little
is
tornado
chef's
base. I
kiss.
think that's from the what's her name from the Black Adam movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a good, clever reuse then.
Yeah, it worked out nicely.
I love this. And also, technically, if you really like the look of this cape, it can also, like, once everyone's kind of bought theirs and there's a few just hanging around, that red cape can very easily be, sorry, the blue cape can very easily be repurposed for Martian Manhunter for a little bit different flavor of cape.
Ooh,
Bit of acetone, remove the red from the sides, and you've got a fantastic Martian Manhunter cape as well.
it's beautiful. Target exclusive.
It's red.
Yeah,
of
I'm really
course.
stoked.
Oh, we talked about Captain Carrot, but there's another shot of him.
See,
You know?
see how the eyes are white on the card?
Yeah.
That's what he looks. That's his current look. Like that's from like recently.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks good.
Oh, here we go. Mullet Superman and his little pup, Crypto. What do you guys think about this? We started talking about it earlier. Rob, lead us off with your thoughts.
Brad and I talked about this, this morning? Was it this morning?
Yeah, over messages we talked about it.
Okay, so Brad brought up a good point. So I feel like bad just saying it, but Brad, do you want to say it?
Brad, you say it, Brad.
Well,
What
I had a few
storyline?
critiques. Is it the dog critique or the figure critique?
No, the storyline, like.
Oh yeah.
Where
Okay. Yeah.
Or do you want me to say it?
Well, no. Okay. Well, I'll
One of you
start,
say it, for God's
and you
sake.
can finish it. So you remember after Superman returned from the dead and he had the mullet, the swaggy mullet. He got really buff. He got really huge for a time, and I forgot what that was all about. I just remembered him being like all roided out.
His
and then you
something happened to
reminded
his
me what it
genes.
was.
Yeah,
Pardon?
like
it was
his
the solar
body
collection, right? Like the way
it
cells
was like
processed.
yeah, he couldn't process it right, so he had to expel it. But for a while, he was like this hulking, like caveman. He actually got like dumber, I think.
He was grotesquely huge, is what he was.
Yeah,
and that's what this looks like. Like this figure, I'm in love with this figure's body as Frank Miller, right?
Yeah,
I would pop a more size appropriate head sculpt on there because I just look at that and go, head looks like Action Comics 1000 with new hair resculpted, right? Because the hair's a separate piece.
Yeah,
both I like both. I feel like together they're an odd. Yeah, they're odd together, right? So I'm gonna buy it for sure, but not to leave it as is. I feel bad saying that, but it is true. And I do wish Crypto was articulated. And I know that, like, I think it was Jason would have liked it to be articulated, but
I mean, I don't know, guys. I dig
what it
this.
is.
Like,
Pardon?
I totally understand your critiques. They make sense, like logically. But I look at this and I really like it. Yeah, it's it works for me. You know,
I like I love the colors are perfect, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm glad that they're going back and redoing like all the colors. It was the page punchers that we haven't gotten yet. That's like the standard yet, but
what's this little video?
Oh, the one that's been, but the leaked home. I'm not sure.
no, I'm just saying like we don't have a page punchers correct version like this color.
Oh yes. See, like I like how bright that is. I like my blue.
I just wish they'd find a way to like stamp like a yellow S.
Dude, the yellow S is the biggest oversight for me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like, dude, come on, you could put a yellow S on it. I don't know, I dig it.
I don't even
like,
care if it has like the folds and stuff. Like I understand that. Just put it on there anyway.
Put it all foldy. But
no,
I mean, this is painted.
Just stamp it. Like I don't care.
That S is painted beautifully though. Like the inside yellow is done really well. And I've actually got I've got another Frank Miller Superman head, like just waiting. I've got it sitting right here on this body. And when that comes out, I was waiting for the right one to retire this figure. right? So I'll put
Oh yeah.
I'll put the size appropriate Frank Miller head on there and call it a day, and that'll be like my go-to Frank Miller soups, along with the Mafex one.
Now Josh doesn't want to be a Samantha, but they shouldn't be reusing body bucks for collector's edition figures. I agree. I mean, listen, if you're gonna charge extra, make it this should be original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your comment, Josh, online on Instagram, and I agree with that.
Yeah, or at least if it's a reuse, gives a bunch of different head sculpts. I don't know, but yeah, it should be original. I feel as well. We also have a variant coming. There is the Platinum Edition one. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but this is a Kryptonite poisoned Superman for you folks who want to see that sort of thing. I like the dark blue of the suit.
But that was like the original version.
Yeah,
right?
same old.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the original version.
And the paint loop, the belt loops were an easy fix. You just used acetone and removed the paint. And it was
I did that.
But I do like that they did a variant that isn't like a necessity. You know what I mean? Like the Superman Action Comics one that has Superman #1 variant. That's a figure you need.
Yeah.
Like that's like something that should have been released on its own. So
I saw that as a necessity. I was like, no, I want the Action Comics and Superman #1. They're both necessities.
This is the way you should do a variant. I feel.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm sure some people will like it. I've liked this. I like, right? Even if I want to change it a bit, I do not personally dig the green. Now, if the green glows in the dark, does it glow in the dark?
Excuse me.
I might a little bit more.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay, so it's like, not my cup of tea. Does not float my boat. I'm sure other people will like it, but Todd knows full well he's not making his figure line for everyone to like every figure.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a platinum edition, so it's like, how many are they making?
I would be pissed if I ordered the regular soups, thought I was getting it, and I only had enough money to order one, and that fucking thing showed up in the mail. I would be pissed. I'd be mad. I'd be like, I don't want that. I want the regular one.
Jose, I'm getting this. I'm really tempted to. I would love to buy this if I'm a little over.
Whole case?
Yeah, just because I love Superfan. It'd be ridiculous. Like, what am I gonna do with all these Supermans? But I
hang one in your car.
You sell them.
I know. I
give them out for presents.
By the way, guys, we have 150 people watching us almost. We have 149 people. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you
all in the chat for participating in this conversation. But yeah, that's great. But yeah. All right, let's go back over to the.
It ships December. Maybe we'll get it before Christmas.
On the last new one, I got thoughts on this. I'm a big fan of the original design from this comic, and this doesn't do it for me. It's not. It's like too. It doesn't look like what I remember from the comic book at all. It's like an interpretation of it. So yeah, I'm not a fan, Sally, of this. But Rob, you like this one? What do you think?
I mean, am I happy that it's like a repainted Three Jokers Batman? No. I kind of dig it though. It's not correct. It's not correct. Like, I love the DC direct version. I mean, this is more, I guess, of a modern take, but
yeah.
I mean, I want to put him on my on my Green Lantern shelf, and that's where he'll go. So I don't have that DC direct version.
Brad, people are starting to ask.
Ask what?
Why you put your head in? Are you not offended by this figure?
Because my mom always said, if I can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Well, what about
we can be honest about our opinion while being respectful, Brad, which you always are, sir.
Can we show the Platinum Edition one too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that one's
Brad.
That I told you. That's why I have my head in my shirt. You guys coaxed me out. It's not my fault.
We did.
Okay, one thing I will say, because you can really see it clearly on here, is that they have like a brighter green on the chest.
Oh yeah, that looks better actually. Yeah,
I think that looks pretty dope.
That's Photoshop.
And I do like his silver.
No, it's not Photoshop. It's on the figure.
No, I know, but to bring out like
Easy,
the
Rob.
green,
Easy.
like
The
all,
passion.
like all the images
It's
right here, like
overflowing.
they've been like processed through Photoshop first, is what I'm
But
saying.
I do like the silver in here. I didn't notice that before.
I mean, the
Ugh.
silver's fine. I wish it was white though, but yeah.
I get it. I understand why it exists. And to be fair, trying to find a positive, you do have a naked buck there. Like with the chest, right? There's nothing inlaid.
Yeah.
Right?
I love how your positive is. Well, if you wanted like totally paint over the figure, like I don't know if that's a positive, buddy. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
That's a stretch.
All right. So
I
you
like
know
this better than the other one.
the translucent plastic figures is like my jam.
Yeah.
So
I would.
I'm kind of like I would love to have that.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm with you, Rob. I would.
I think it goes back, like I said to you earlier, is the mask days. Like when they had those figures that came in translucent plastic, and I was hooked from that age on.
The
Yeah, I'm
mask.
not a
You
fan
mean
of
like
these translucent ones personally, but
mask? You mean like the mask? Da, 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 da. Talking about the little figures that came with the car that turns into a plane, and they had translucent figures in Mask.
Yeah, they came out like later in the run,
like
where
near
it was
the
like
end as like a gimmick to try to
like-
save the line.
like the vehicle became two vehicles,
Mhm.
and one was like the main guy, and then the other one was like a hologram of that person, and it was translucent plastic. And then there was also Crystar.
Yeah,
That was translucent plastic, and I love that thing too.
Crystar was cool, and the legs. Bionic 6. That was my translucent plastic days because I liked the fact that the bodies were die cast and the legs and arms were translucent, the biceps and the thighs.
And DC directed Hal Jordan. That was translucent. They did the Flash.
Yeah, DC
Essentials Flash was translucent.
Yeah,
I couldn't get behind that one because it looked okay, but
I freaking love that thing.
Well, the thing is, I couldn't get behind it. My
it.
reasoning is actually solid. It's because the joints on those DC Essentials, once you move them like 4 times, they start getting loose. And so after reviewing them, I would go blah, 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 wiggle them, and their legs are just flapping like they're an old school Superpowers Aquaman. That the thing doesn't work anymore. And so I looked at that and thought the only thing it's good for is looking like a freaking Vicks sucky candy. So
I probably will, Josh.
Pardon?
Sorry, I was just answering Josh.
The worst $30 figures yet.
And then no, I'm a pretty easy guy to like.
Hey, I like everything as well, so you know.
Well, if I found the green translucent one in the wild, I would definitely go. Maybe I'll buy that for sure.
Rob, you buy a case of these, and I'll buy a case of Superman. Brad, you gotta buy carrot. You gotta buy a case of the carrot.
Actually, I probably
He's probably bought more.
Case, I would buy Captain Carrot because I could give the carrot figures out to kids.
And Brad, you bought more figures of Hush than that.
Oh, of course I did.
Oh,
but that's because I customized them. They're for like working on stuff.
I wanted to point out that the packaging for these Batman and Robin figures has the lovely red on the side.
It's beautiful.
The logo. I love that.
That's different.
Yes, we're about 4 years into the multiverse line. Dude, let's get some unique packaging. Like, yeah, I love the packaging. I mean, who am I talking about? I chuck all my packaging anyways. But and Rob over there with his like, looking at me. Oh, talk more about packaging, Ahsoka. You just throw it all away.
Yeah.
Jeez, Rob, you're so harsh, dude.
I don't talk about it anymore because there is literally nothing to talk about. It's all the same. Yeah. So those, though, if I review those, I will definitely talk about the packaging because it's different.
It's different,
right? It's worth mentioning.
That
and that's gonna pop on the shelf, guys.
I love that logo. I used to have that poster when I was 16 or 17. Whenever this came out.
I love Chris O'Donnell's Nightwing costume, where the spacer is for the joint, like just like the movie. So good.
You think we're gonna get a Chris O'Donnell Robin?
Oh, I hope
100%,
so.
100%.
We better. I hope so.
That is gonna sell. I mean, this is gonna sell, but
These will sell for sure. Yeah. And any of this movie stuff will, because we never really had great movie figures. Like we have ones that we're
Yeah.
nostalgic for, right? But
The only one that I
call them-
remember from that wave is Bane.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the most accurate looking one, I think.
no.
I guess no. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
it, like Robin was like blue, right?
Then
From
they
that
had a
line.
few. They had a basic Robin.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah,
basic one was
basically.
almost more blue than black. I remember.
but
I
they
never
had the,
owned it.
into it.
they had a Bane that looked more comic accurate than the movie.
They did. Yeah. He wasn't green. He didn't have green limbs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie, he was like, oh, his arms are green.
Yeah, I would love McFarland to do like just a standalone. It doesn't have to be a Build-A-Figure or anything of,
a mega fig.
and he doesn't have to be big, just like Lobo size.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a mega fig, just of
Yeah.
of Bane.
If he he won't do it unless it's a mega fig, though. Because
I would pay mega fig prices if it was the size of Lobo
Yeah,
and
gotta
just
be
give
the
me
size of-
accessories.
I mean, he's got to be about the size of Arnold. He wasn't like that big, right? Like in the
Yeah.
in the movie.
No.
That's why I said the size of Lobo. Lobo's like
Yeah.
just like a head bigger.
yeah, I agree. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, I don't imagine Todd would do Bane by himself unless it was a mega fig, right? Like, because he couldn't obviously be the Build-A-Figure for this wave, even though he's kind of essential, right? He was Poison Ivy's sidekick,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
He's
I would
sidekick.
like for them to start doing more. Like I do give it to Marvel Legends how they mix in their waves.
yeah.
Like you have
Like
comic
the
books.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all random, and I kind of like that. That way, you do get those characters eventually.
Yeah.
Like more Aquaman figures would be great.
yeah, but they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what I know with Marvel. They're like that's how they do it. They're like, oh, a movie's coming out, and so they'll release movie figures, and then quite often they'll release comic book figures to go with them, like around the same time. That's like a strategy they actually have. But with DC here, I was like, okay, cool. That means, for example, well, they kind of did it with Blue Beetle, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They had the Blue Beetle movie figures, but around the same time, we also got Ted Kord, like the second version of Ted Kord.
Yeah.
So they
That's
kind
true.
of did, but
Well,
yeah,
I
they'll
think
do Bane. I feel like they will do. I feel like Todd will do Bane eventually.
I think that's about it, guys.
Is that
as far
it?
as- yeah.
Oops.
We went
Really?
as far.
Is there any
Uh,
superpowers news?
No.
Did we talk about these at all? Like,
No, we can.
now this
Don't have
wave, like I've only got a few figures, but like these are the ones that I was the most impressed with.
Actually, let me bring up my Instagram page. So we
Like
can
I
talk
only
about
picked up Wally.
it. Excuse me.
Yes, Rob, I cracked and I bought Wally from this wave. And I heard your voice in my head, but it's Wally. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Every time I saw it. And then I got the
It's a
new
good
Robin,
figure.
and I got Reverse Flash, and I got Thomas Wayne. But these here, for those of you who don't have these yet, these are like, these are
Yeah, I
great.
saw it at GameStop.
Oh, there you go. You got the whole wave up.
Yeah, that Peacemaker is just
Fire.
phenomenal. Like the 3-pack, it's great. Like
Yeah.
this whole wave, I love, honestly.
Do you think that the Kenner Joker gun would fit in his hand?
Peacemaker?
Yeah.
The handle's going to be too small.
They got to make
actually, I
a.
guarantee it, but I got it right here. I literally have it handy right here. There's Joker.
We expect nothing less, Brad. From
Well, no, I've been cleaning up. I've been reorganizing my shelves. And
I was eyeing your Hall of Justice back there, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
oh, right there.
Like, yeah,
But remember that used to be up
Well-
top.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
envious. I've been eyeing that on eBay and like it's pretty pricey. I hope McFarland does a new one.
Hold on, but look. Like it's loose. It's really wiggly.
It's flaccid.
I lost it.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the Mezco.
Oh yeah, the
That-
Joker.
That's been
Oh, yeah, that's true.
the Joker, and then the 3-pack that's finally been released.
Do you either of you have the 3-pack?
No, but I kind of wish I ordered it.
I
They look just. I like it. It looks a little stubby still.
kind of have it. Empire Toy Shop put a post up on Instagram, and they were like, "Hey, I got some extra sets here that aren't called for." He was gauging interest on whether people wanted him to break it up. So I was like, "Heck yeah," because I didn't want the black suit Superman, but I wanted the Flash and I wanted the next Batman.
Yeah.
So there, whenever he decides to ship them, I'm not sure why. Maybe he hasn't got them yet, but so I got those two coming. They're not here yet though.
Well, guys,
But they look good. I don't even like that suit for Flash compared to like the newer one. But they look stubby. You're right, Ahsoka. They always look stubby.
Actually,
Oh, you got? Do you got the scoop?
No. Oh yeah, the Bat fan.
Fan?
He had it on his Instagram page. Let's go over there real quick.
I want to see it.
There
What
they
do you
are.
got there? Yeah. Yeah, see?
They look cute.
Is that actually that is the Mezco Flash, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a 3-pack.
Yeah, and I didn't want the Superman because that's just not my look, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
I do need that Batman. That is pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'll have like the first head, and there's always secondary heads, and I'll use those on other figures as well. And the first one was awesome. Like, I do have the first release.
I still wish I got that because that's so pricey now.
Oh my god, I got it like.
Yeah, it's almost like a Hot Toys price now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got it a year late, and I had to pay more than retail price for it. Great figure.
Boys, I do have to wrap it up. Is that the little baby to go take care of?
Well, and you've been keeping your little sick voice going for a long time.
I know. You guys, one last topic though. Our 1-year anniversary.
It is
of the DC Infinite Hour. So just want to
Raise
thank
a glass.
I got to thank Rob and Brad for doing this adventure with me and us. This is our show, and we're all very proud of it. I mean, this, for consistency's sake, this is the longest I think I've ever done any sort of group project with anyone else.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Wow.
I mean, you guys know me, and we know each other. We're all not very social when it comes to other things, and I got to say, it's been great doing this with you guys for the past year. So thank you.
I do it because it's fun. That's it.
Yeah.
If I'm not having fun anymore with this, like if I'm not enjoying myself, then I'd be like, okay, I gotta take a break or move on or whatever. But I just have fun, like chatting with you guys and joking around, arsing around and stuff like that. And I love the fact that we've all got things we enjoy and like.
Yeah.
And we have different opinions, and we agree on some things and we disagree on others. And in the end, it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's just fun. It's just good
always
fun.
find common ground, making fun of Rob a little bit. You know what I mean? That always goes over well.
I just like the notoriety and the fame and the girls.
Your girls be lining up around the corner.
I got to imagine you for that. But that's... Yeah, the women just flock to the middle-aged action figure. Like,
yeah, I want to have a nerd.
Guys, but the show will continue. And we're having fun with it. So as long as there's DC news to report, we will be here, guys. And I think it was fitting we had a new intro. Thanks again to Al for doing that for us, and Rob for adding the graphics.
Yeah.
And to everyone in the chat, thanks for watching. We were up to 150 people at one point, so thank you.
Yeah,
we will hopefully be back in 2 weeks, more on schedule now.
Should we do the outro with the one last time?
One last time, boys.
Do it,
guys. Thank you for watching the DC Infinite Hour, and we will see you next time.